Chef Arash and I are. We watched last night. It was a crazy show. We're going to recap it for you coming up.
Before Chef at Aramco, the dish on the latest episode.
Hey guys, yes, we're so lucky that we have Chef Arash Kharat. He is an executive chef at Aramco, the youngest executive chef they've ever had, I understand, at 28 years old. So kudos to him. But he's also a fan of MasterChef, and we watch it together in separate locations, and we tweet during the show. And so last night, Arash, they had to go into the wilderness, literally the wilderness.
What a show.
I didn't even see a porta potty there. I was wondering about that. And they had to cook a gourmet meal.
That was very, very nice. I mean, out in the elements, back to nature, rustic ingredients. That was one of my favorite episodes.
Oh, really? I thought it was kind of tough myself. All right, let's go to the videotape. Now, they had, when the blue team had to cook rabbit. And, you know, I felt sorry for Brie, the poor vegetarian, the carcass of the rabbit. But do you think that they handled the rabbit correctly as far as their cooking?
No. If you heard the chefs, what they told them, they could have braised that the night before. And you want that to braise a long time so all the flavors get time to marry with each other and play together. And they just waited till the last hour to do it, and you can't do that with rabbit, especially if you're going to braise it.
But, and you heard Ramsay say that it needs at least 3 hours to braise.
Minimum.
What did he say?
Yeah, just so you want it fork tender. And you don't want it too braised, because that's just going to fall apart, and then you can't plate it nicely.
Well, I thought it was a real challenge that they absolutely had nothing. They had a campfire, they had some herbs in a coffee can, and some rabbit, you know? That was really difficult.
Yeah, one skillet. I mean, I think they did pretty good with the fresh pasta that they did.
I thought that was brilliant. I really like that. Everyone, Brie came up with the idea of having Chrissy make homemade pasta out there in the wilderness, and she did it. And wow, that was very cool.
With a wine bottle.
Yes. Would you have thought of that?
I've done it before.
Oh, okay. So that's like a chefy thing. Oh, look at that. Those are pigeons, everyone. Would you eat a pigeon?
I have. They're good. The wild pigeons are a little bit more gamey than the farm raised, but I think they handled this one really, really well. I was scared for them because there is a fine line of overcooking it and just ruining it, drying it out. And they pulled it off beautifully.
Yeah. Actually, Bo, there's our Houstonian chef James kind of scratching his cheek there. He's a contestant. He's still in the running. He did not get eliminated last night, which is good news for us. We love having a local hometown gentleman. And everyone, he just got married recently. I saw on his Twitter feed. So big shout out to James Nelson for his recent mariage. Joe Bastianich, they're all singing around the campfire. Okay, now the team that lost had to do the pressure challenge, and they had to make a chocolate eclair, one of my very favorite desserts. But if you don't get it just right, the batter, what happens?
It will collapse, it will break, and you have to do it just right. You can't have the dough too hot.
So all of them really didn't do well. What did they do wrong, Chef Arash?
Well, the one thing, they didn't have consistent sizes. They're all way too big, and they didn't cook properly. So when you're piping them out, have your sheet pan lined. Put little marks on it, so when you pipe it up, every eclair will be the exact same
so have
size.
little guidelines.
Exactly.
Because everyone, if they're not equal in length, then they're not going to cook evenly. And then some are going to be raw, some are not going to be.
And then they didn't pipe them correctly. One, that's due to the cooking. Some of them collapsed, so they couldn't get all the cream all the way through.
Yeah. They certainly didn't look like the chocolate eclairs at Kenny and Ziggy's. Have you ever had that one? Oh, those are good. Okay, so all 3 eclairs were not good. And who was eliminated?
Brie.
Brie was the vegetarian, was eliminated, unfortunately. So there you go. All right, so Chef Arash, did the right person go home?
I don't think so.
Oh, who would you want to go home?
The other girl.
Jessie.
Well, Chrissy.
Oh.
I would.
Okay.
If they were smart, they would have put her out there.
Okay. All right, we have to wrap. I'm sorry. Thank you so much, Chef.
Thank you.
Can you come back next week?
Absolutely.
Okay. Awesome. All right, everyone. MasterChef airs Wednesday nights at 7 right here on Fox. But tonight is the finale of Hell's Kitchen. Let's all watch at 7 p.m. Let's root on our Houston chef, Janelle Witt, and then we'll be here tomorrow to recap. All right, let's go back to the studio.
That's right. And Cleverly Stone is in our newsroom right now with the executive chef of Aramco.
contestant,
Yeah.
Arash, made it through another week. He's in the final 7, the final 6. Final 6. Wow, very cool. All right, let's go to the videotape. Oh, mystery box. It was a huge mystery box. Because why, Arash?
They had their families there to watch them cook.
Look at that. And that is James's new wife, everyone. They just got married a couple of weeks ago. Isn't that cute? And so they flew. Then she was his fiance at that time. Look at how happy he looks. And look at this kiss. Watch. Oh, isn't that sweet? A hug. Oh, I love that. Young love. Oh, and there's Chrissy. Oh, I felt bad for
That's
Chrissy.
sad.
Yeah. Okay, now here's Luca in a challenge, and they can make whatever they want. And he was kind of chastised around for making what again?
Risotto.
He always makes risotto.
He did a good job though.
But he won.
Yes, he
Now,
did.
what's for the home cook? What's a good tip on making good risotto?
Keep it moving. You want that creamy texture. If you stop moving it around, it won't get it. You want to develop all that starch in there and get it nice and creamy.
Yeah, that's my problem. I walk away.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. So everyone at home, make good risotto. Keep it moving. You cannot walk away from it. And that's Luca's wife.
Yeah.
And he won the challenge.
They did a really nice job. Wrapped it in cough fat, seared it off both sides. Beautiful.
Very, very good. All right, so then the next cooking challenge was sushi.
Oh gosh.
And I thought that James was going to do very well with
Yeah, I thought both of them were going to do really well.
And James was paired up with Jordan, and I don't think they like each other. I think they're kind of at odds with each other.
Yeah.
They have to
This is
switch.
competition, you know.
Yeah.
They did the tag team.
Yeah, but you know what I thought was nice? That some of the teams got along well during this
Yeah,
challenge.
better than expected.
Exactly, I thought that was lovely. But Jordan and James, oh my goodness. Look, he's kind of coaching them along. And what was funny is when they presented their sushi, Joe Bastianich asked the guys if they had stepped on the shrimp. And they did. What happened on MasterChef last night? I was not overwhelmed by the episode. Chef Arash, on the other hand, said it brought back bad memories for him. Ooh, I can't wait to find out what that is. Stay tuned. Coming up next.
But right now, on with the road race.
Cook again next week.
James Nelson is one step closer to getting that coveted apron, and Cleverly Stone is in the newsroom to dish on last night's episode. Cleverly.
Hey, you guys, I was underwhelmed, I'm going to say it, by last night's show. James Nelson, our Houston contestant, didn't even cook last night. And joining me, we have a fan of the show and Houston chef, Arash Kharat. He is the executive chef for Aramco, the youngest chef they've ever had at 28 years old.
Yeah.
You're a boy wonder, my friend.
I know, thank you.
All right, so let's go to the videotape. The final 6 didn't cook, and they were trying to decide who was going to rejoin the cast. So they brought back a couple of the people who had already been expelled from the show. All right, Chef Arash, tell us about this egg challenge. That brings back memories for you.
Horrible memories.
Horrible memories.
In culinary school, we had an egg challenge as well. We had to cook as many eggs as we could in a matter of time. And I almost had an anxiety attack and walked out of the classroom because it was such a pain. Every egg that I cooked was thrown away. But at the end, I learned how to make a perfect egg.
Okay, so this is actually an exam at a culinary school,
Yeah.
what these contestants had to do. So why is that so difficult, Chef?
It's working the pans. As you can see, a lot of the eggs that they're throwing out are burnt on the bottom, crispy on the edges, and some of them are raw in the center. The egg whites weren't cooked at all.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to cook volume in 4 pans, and half of them, the pans were too hot. And it burned the bottom, the tops were raw. So you gotta have a cold pan to start off with, put butter, a little oil, and then work from there. And it's timing. You gotta time it perfectly, plate, start again,
Okay, so good chef tip. Start with a cold pan and break your egg in the cold pan. Aha! That's been my problem.
Then you won't burn it, because once the egg hits the hot pan, that's it.
I love that. Thank you. All right, now let's move on to the salmon. I'm telling you, people, to do all of this in 1 hour, I think that was crazy, but they did it. They had to fillet a fish. Those fish were worth $1,000.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, a whole fish like that is a beautiful fish.
Wow.
Bree, she did it all backwards, but
How did what?
she didn't take off the whole fillet. She was cutting portions out of just the side of the fish.
Oh, like little blocks.
Yeah, like a cake.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, they came out nice, but still not the right way to do it.
Yeah. Interesting. And then I saw her taking the bones out. So in salmon, you have to take the bones out. Right?
Yeah, there's small bones in there. And you
But when we buy salmon at the market, the bones are already taken out,
yeah,
right?
yeah, that's what you pay for.
Yeah.
That's why it gets a little bit pricey sometimes.
Okay, great. All right, everyone. They had these two contestants, Beanie and Bree, had 1 hour to create a hollandaise sauce, asparagus, potatoes, and salmon.
That's a task right there.
Would you be able to do that, Jeff?
I can, but I don't know, for the average home cook, it's kind of difficult.
Yeah.
Especially the holidays and getting your asparagus nice and really pretty. Bree did a great job on the asparagus.
Yeah.
Her plate looked beautiful, but the judges said there wasn't enough hollandaise sauce on there.
Yeah, she was
Which
a
is
little
true.
skimpy on the hollandaise, but she ended up winning the challenge. So she now is back in the competition, and Beanie goes home, poor thing.
Poor guy.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, but he seems like he wants to continue in cooking.
Yeah.
So that's good. So you agree that Bree was the correct one to stay?
I think so.
Okay, good.
Yeah, she has more talent. It seems like Beanie lost some of his skills from leaving the show for a while.
Yeah.
Her plates look beautiful, restaurant quality, you know. So
Okay, great. All right, next Thursday,
absolutely.
we're gonna recap. Okay. Well, let's watch next week. I hope it's a more exciting show, and let's hope that James Nelson cooks next week from Houston. All right, let's throw it back to the studio.
All right, thanks, guys. We get a whole new respect for the food